Yeah. So may I know how many years of experience you are holding?
5 years.
Okay. So this is for the Axiom Lab, right?
Yeah.
Can you just introduce yourself, your current project roles and responsibility?
So my current project is academic professional purpose. Basically, I'm mainly battle the order. So my technical skills include core Java, Spring Boot, Hibernate, along with microservices application skills.
Okay. Okay. Can you just explain me your project architecture? Hello.
Yeah. So my current, my previous project was academic sports and purpose. So it's basically e-commerce application. The front end was developed in Android. The back end is a microservices application. So it's like basically US based client. So they are based out in Texas. So they have like storefronts across the state where they where the customers can buy their products. So they decided to move it to like online so that customers can buy their products.
Okay. Okay. So we'll start with the core Java. So can you just tell me what is the contract between equals and hash code method?
This one, yes.
Equals and hash code.
The equals and hash code are the two main methods present in our class. So majorly like we have to override equals and hash code implementations for any class. So as to like to compare the equality of two objects. So basically like we have to provide implementation of equals and hash code methods like based on the properties which we want for the objects to be equal.
Okay. So what will happen if we will not override equals and hash code method? In which scenario we should override the equals and hash code method?
Majorly equals and hash code plays a vital role like when we are working on hash-based collections. So when we are like using these objects as keys in hash-based collections. So they majorly compute and work on these hash code values and equals values. Also, like in situations like when we want to say like avoid duplicate objects getting filtering duplicate objects, we have to provide equals hash code.
Okay. So if we what is the hash map? What all collection before asking this one? What all collections you have worked on?
I have worked on a released set map.
Okay. So if in case I want to add the custom object as a key,
Okay.
so is it possible?
Yeah, we can add.
Okay. How what is the precaution? What is the things we need to take care?
Yeah, provided that the hash code should be properly implemented for the object, so that it won't lead to any hash collisions while performing this case. That is one thing. So majorly equals also yes there is a contract between equals and hash code. When we override the hash code, we have to provide the implementation of equals also.
Okay. Okay. So what is singleton?
Singleton is a design pattern in Java. So majorly like throughout the application, only one instance.
Okay. So as we are on this portal, so how many object would be there for the singleton?
Which one?
So as we are on this application as of now, so how
Okay.
many singleton object would be there? As you are one user,
One.
as I'm another user. Yeah.
One.
One would be there. Okay. Any other real-time example of a singleton?
Yeah, so I was like all the Spring Beats whichever we create in our Spring applications or Spring application are by default singletons.
Okay. Okay. So now another question. So know about the comparator and comparable, right?
Yes.
So why we use this interfaces and how do we provide the implementation?
Yeah. So comparator and comparable are the both interfaces which are used majorly for sorting problems. So basically, comparable is a default interface when we want to sort objects. So when we want to sort objects based on some custom sorting order, we can go for comparator.
Okay. So what is the implementation we need to write if in case we wanted to go for the employee based on the designation? So how we will write the implementation of that?
For comparator, right?
Yes.
So comparator basically we have to implement it. We need to have a class which implements it. We need to override that compare method, and we can provide that implementation. Say object one dot get compensation or something like that. Not compared to object two dot get compensation. Right?
So object 1 is employee 1 or object 2 is employee 2, right?
Yes.
So how it will happen? Basically if you are having a list of 10 employees, okay, and if you wanted to sort based on the designation, so how will you do that?
So for the sort method, basically it uses an algorithm to sort the elements. So we have to provide either integer value, say whether two objects are equal, whether two objects of whether the first object is greater than or equal to the second object, or whether second object is less than or like that, less than or equal to first object. So we have to return from the compare method, say either minus 1 or 1.
Okay. So can you just write one program?
Okay.
And you need to find a frequency of a character. So assume India, if we will say, so I is repeating twice, N is repeating 1, and so D is repeating 1. So that way you need to find the frequency of a character from the string. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Can you please explain?
Basically, I am splitting the string into a char array. Okay. I'm creating a string over that list, and for each element, I'm checking what is the frequency.
Okay.
Collection start frequency will give the how many times this value is there in that list.
Okay.
Or else we can use map also, or else we can use some custom methods.
Okay. So what is this? Why this concurrent modification exception comes?
Yeah, concurrent modification exception is whenever we are iterating over some list, we are not allowed to do any other modifications on that list.
Okay.
So only one thread will be able to access the entire list. Other threads cannot access it or modify it. So when we try to modify it, we throw concurrent modification.
Okay. So if we are trying to modify the existing structure, it will throw the exception. Okay. So how we can resolve this one?
So we can go for concurrent collections.
Okay, so that is you are saying in terms of a threading, right? So where one thread is trying to access and other thread is trying to modify. But what about the copy on array list? Are you aware about that?
Yeah, that was copy on write array list, copy on write array list.
Okay. So can you just explain me what is a concurrent?
Concurrent hash map.
Concurrent hash map.
In normal hash map, whenever we when multiple threads are trying to access, so only one particular thread can access that hash map. So the entire part of the hash map will be locked. No other
So is that the concurrent hash map or that is a synchronized map? So what is the difference between a synchronized map and concurrent hash map?
Yeah, synchronized map both are synchronized map is a thread safe. Okay. normal like concrete hash map is like it was introduced for better performance compared to synchronized map. Say when we use synchronization, there can be some performance issues, right? Multiple threads cannot access the synchronized map. So in order to achieve some performance, they have introduced concurrent hash map, so that right there can be like multiple reads will be logged, writes will be not logged. Same read write operations. We basically have like put and read operations, right? Read write operations. So when we used synchronized collections or synchronized map, so both read write operations will be acquired by the single thread. So it may lead to like performance issues. So in order to achieve some performance in some critical applications, they have used like concurrent hash map, so that only the reads, only the writes will be logged for particular thread. All the read operations will be free, like multiple threads can command to read operations.
Okay, yeah. So multiple threads can perform a read operation, and on a particular segment, thread will log that particular segment. So other segments will be available for different operations. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Fine. So we'll move on to the Spring. Why Spring is so popular? What do you see? What is the advantage of using the Spring?
Yeah, Spring framework majorly like is the de facto standard now we are following the state of the applications. So because of its major features and bootstrap features which it provides, so like loosely it will like loosely couple. We can achieve loose coupling of the applications using its different features. Along with that, it majorly provides abstraction of the other existing code, the existing exceptions, and it will throw framework specific exceptions. Like it will eliminate a lot of boilerplate code which we used to write examples.
Okay. So what do you mean by the loose coupling? What is the loose coupling? What is the tight coupling?
Yeah. So in a traditional applications like when one layer is dependent on that, dependent on other layer. So we used to tightly couple the application. So let's suppose in our previous without Spring framework, we have a constructor where other class dependency. So we normally have to create that object and inject we have to provide that object in this constructor as well. So if that underlying constructor changes, so we have to change this class as well. So this is what tightly coupling two applications. So whenever there is some change in one part, we have to change the other part also. So when coming to Spring, we will just only define what is the dependency. So Spring will take care of injecting the dependency.
Okay. Can you just explain me the bean life cycle?
Bean life cycles, let me recollect bean life cycles.
Okay, no problem. So we auto wire the beans, right? So what is the default type? What is the default way of auto wiring? By name, by type.
So by name, by type.
Which is default?
Default is by name.
So basically it is by type is default.
Okay.
So can you just explain me what is qualifier?
Yeah, so when we have like two implementations for a particular dependency, like whatever we define is not aware. So when we have two different implementations, Spring context finds two implementations of the same instance. So it cannot like inject system. So we have to use separate qualifier.
So in the Spring Boot, where do you give the database configuration?
Yeah, in application properties, we have to define the configuration properties. While startup itself, Spring Boot will create a data source in the first.
So what all information you have to give for database?
What is the database URL? What is the username, password? what is the dialect class.
Okay. Okay. So what basically the dialect is?
Yeah, dialect is like class which defines like what is the underlying say database, say whether it is MySQL or Oracle or any other database. So every database will have its own specific dialect class.
Okay. So one question, like as we know that by default the bean type is singleton, okay,
Yeah.
and I have given one bean as a prototype bean. So in the singleton bean, I'm auto wiring the prototype bean. So how many instances would be there, or what will happen in that case?
Singleton bean we are
So my first bean is singleton, my second bean is prototype, and the second bean I'm auto wiring in the first one. So how many instances would be there, or will there be any issue? What would be there?
There won't be an issue. So the prototype bean, like anyhow, like say request, so beans will be created whenever it is needed. So in singleton class we have dependency, right? So here one bean will be created. So if that prototype bean is used somewhere else, okay, let's say another class as a dependency, there also one bean will be created. Wherever it is used particularly, a bean will be created. When an instance will be created.
But is it not breaking the singleton property, because single instance should be there and whatever the properties inside that one, that should also be once only?
Yeah. So, but majorly, I guess like we don't define any dependency in singleton class. So
Okay.
majorly, singleton is a pattern. Say, like, say, it has to return. It will have only its like its own variable.
Okay. So we'll move on to the API side. So what do you understand by the API gateway?
So API gateway is majorly like when we are developing a microservices based it is the basically is part of microservices architecture. So all the incoming requests which are coming the microservices will be like will be reached to the gateway first. So in the gateway, again the say the request will be mapped to particular microservice based on the incoming URL.
Okay. So, like, how do you handle the security in API?
Yeah, security, like we can employ different types of security mechanisms. In our project, we have used R0 and JWT token.
Okay, can you just explain me the JWT?
Yeah, JWT basically like a token which we use for data transfer between the client and the servers. So it is basically lightweight and compact. So it will majorly contain like three parts. So the header, the body, and the signature, say algorithm, whichever we use. So in the body, which is like claims that are the secret data which you want to send from the client to the server, we can send it in the claims.
Okay.
Implementation, what we did is like incoming request will be tracked by a filter. So we have defined a Spring Boot authentication filter. So it will incoming request first reaches the filter. Then in that filter we have like validated whether that incoming JWT token is valid or not. If it is valid only, then we will bypass that request to the respective to the gateway, and the gateway will bypass the request to the respective microservice.
Okay. Okay. Have you worked on the AWS?
Yeah, I have worked on AWS services as well.
Okay. Okay. So what is the mean of EC2 instance? What is
Yeah, so EC2 instance is like majorly the compute platform provided by AWS. So it's basically a virtual machine we can launch based on our requirements.
Okay.
We can use like whatever like majorly like we can mention the RAM and the CPU, whichever it will be based on the RAM and the CPU which you select the cost.
Okay. So, what do you understand by the scaling basically? So, what is scaling? What is horizontal scaling? What is vertical scaling?
So scaling majorly like refers to the like when the application like receives much of the traffic, so we have to scale the application or the hardware of the underlying server.
Okay. Okay. So, what is a benefit of using AWS for database? Like how it improves the performance?
Yeah. Basically, they have like normal databases like say are very hard to maintain. When we want to scale a normal database, the hardware of the underlying server where the database is running should be scaled to greater levels, like which will be like a major cost. It's it's not like cost effective. So if we use AWS databases, so AWS will take care of infrastructure and failures or anything. Also, their databases are more robust than normal databases.
Okay. And what do you understand by the load balancer?
Yeah, load balancer is like normal like when we have multiple services in the backend. So a load balancer will it will have some kind of algorithm. It's like normal server, but when the request comes in, it will route the traffic to the available services. Say like it will use some round robin algorithm or random algorithm, some kind of algorithm, and it will fetch the available instances, and it will basically like effectively send the request to the downstream APIs, downstream services.
Okay. Okay.